Good morning, everybody. Lovely to see you. How are you today? Can you believe it's Friday again? And here we are to do our wonderful Friday morning Pilates. I know over the last couple of weeks, I've been upping the ante a little, going into the more traditional work. And certainly from the feedback, you guys seem to be really enjoying that. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to do core work, but using the traditional Pilates exercises. I'm going to show you the modifications, as many as I can remember as we go through. I can see there's lots of you here on the chat. So I'm saying a big wave hello to you all. Thank you very, very much for joining me today. And let's get started. All right, so come onto your mat. And we're going to start in the traditional way. So you're going to lie yourselves down. You're going to have your knees bent and your feet hip width apart. I want you to just drop that chin down a little so you can lengthen through the back of the neck. Draw the back of your shoulders down onto the mat. And then just have a little check that you're in your neutral position. Yes, so you've got hip bones and pubic bone aligned. And then from here, let's take a deep breath in through the nose. And then you're going to exhale through the mouth, pulling the belly button inwards, tilting the pelvis, pushing into the feet, and peeling the spine up off the floor. You're going to hold it there. You're going to take a deep breath in. Exhale and relaxing through the chest. And coming all the way back down. So breathing in to prepare. Breathing out to tilt the pelvis. Push down into your feet as you peel that spine up. This is just to warm up the spine and the core before we get into the more advanced exercises. So deep breath in and exhale as you come back down. Good. So inhale to prepare and exhale to tilt. And roll that spine up. Inhale to hold. And exhale as you come back down. So really trying to get into all those little nooks and crannies of the spine. Yeah, so really try and curl that spine up. Lengthening out the muscles. When you're at the top, you want to try and feel that little stretch there in the hips. Inhale. And exhale as you come back down. We're going to do two more. Deep breath in, exhaling to tilt. And lift the spine up. Inhale. And exhale as we come down. And last one, deep breath in, exhaling to tilt. And roll that spine up. Inhale. And exhale. Coming all the way back down. Well done. From there, we're going to take the arms out to the side. So you can go really wide, like so. And just rest the hands down on the floor. You're going to bring your legs into a tabletop position. So we bring the right leg up first, then the left. All right, so this is already working your core. You want to make sure your knees are more or less above the hips and shins parallel to the ceiling. All right, we're going to try and keep that upper body still. And then you're going to inhale as you take your knees over to the right-hand side. You're going to exhale, feel the abdominals, the core pulling in to bring those knees back. So that's where the work is. You inhale over. And then you exhale to come back. You inhale over and exhale back. And you don't really have to go that far to work the abdominals. Yeah, you really should be feeling the movement here. It should be really controlled. So you don't let your legs just drop over. You are controlling the movement using the core muscles and back. Inhale over and exhale back. Last two. Inhale over and exhale up. and inhale over, and exhale up. We're going to leave the legs there, and we're going to do the 100. I'm going to introduce you to it slowly, just in case you haven't done it before, or you maybe don't understand it. This is pretty much one of the most traditional exercises you can do. So the 100 is a breathing exercise. We're going to start just with the breathing, with our legs being held in this position. So you take a deep breath in through the nose, and then you're going to exhale for the count of 5, pulling your abdominals inwards towards your spine. And I want you to think of pulling them in and slightly up. All right, as you exhale, and then you're going to inhale for 5. So let's try just the breathing. Take a deep breath in. And then we're going to exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you get the breathing, yeah? Now we're going to add the movement to it. So I want you to lift the head and shoulders up, reach your arms forward, coming into our chest lift position. Basically, the arms are going to be pumping all the time like this, and then we're going to add the breathing to it. We're going to do 100 breaths. All right, so here we go. Take a deep breath in, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last time, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well done. Bring the head and chest down. Bring those legs down. And let's just rest in this neutral position here. All right, and then from here, we're going to go into the leg circles next. So you're going to extend your left leg along the floor. You're going to take your arms back out to the side, and you're going to lift your right leg in the air. And here are some options. So if you're very tight in your hamstrings, you want to keep that knee bent. All right, and if you want to kind of test flexibility, you might find you can go a little higher. You can extend the leg as far as you want. All right, but if you have it straight, you don't want it down here. Yes, if you're able to straighten and have it perpendicular, that's fine. You can have the foot flex like so. Otherwise, you want to be more or less knee bent. And again, you want that knee to be more or less above the hip. All right, so I'm getting a little bit technical today, but I know you're all keen to learn the correct technique, so that's what we're doing. So let's have the arms out to the side. I'm going to do it with the legs straight, just so you can see how it looks. Now, keeping the trunk still, and this is where the core work comes in. So you've got to hold the body in position whilst that leg is moving, and it's not easy, okay? So we're going to inhale, taking the leg across the body. Exhale, circle it down, around, and up. So you inhale across, exhale, that's when we pull the abdominals in, and circle around. Inhale across, exhale, around and up. Inhale across, and exhale, around and up. Let's go back in the other direction. So you're going to inhale out, and exhale around. Inhale out, and exhale around. So you want to feel that you are holding on to those abdominals, controlling that trunk. One more. Around. Well done. Let's take that leg down, and then bring the left leg up into the start position that feels right for you today. All right, so learn to be the judge of what works for you as well and for your body. Here we go. We're going to inhale across and exhale around and up. Inhale across, exhale around and up. Inhale across, exhale around and up, and inhale across, exhale around and up. Let's go in the other direction. Inhale out and exhale around. Inhale out and exhale around. Inhale out and exhale around. And one more out and exhale around. Well done. We're going to take that leg down. We're going to bend both our knees. Hands are going to go underneath the thighs. You're going to draw the tummy muscles in and you're going to bring yourself up to sitting. So we're going to do the roll up. I'll show you the modifications with the roll up. So you can start with the knees bent. Again, this is your option if you've got tight hamstrings or you have a tight lower back, have the knees bent. Okay, if you're happy with the legs out and you can feel comfortable that way, you have the legs straight. All right, let's try and have our arms out in front. Like all of us to do that if we can, and draw the shoulders down. Now think about pulling in here and trying to lift up through your lower back. You're going to take a deep breath in. We're going to breathe out, pulling the tummy muscles in and try to hold those core muscles in as we go back. And the idea is you go as far as you can. If you feel your feet starting to lift, you don't go any further, you just hold it there. Those of you that feel you can go further, you can go down to the floor if you want to, and then bring the arms overhead. And wherever you are, you're going to inhale. Exhale is when you pull the abdominals in, and you're going to come up, and we're going to find that C curve in the spine we were talking about last week. All right, and I'm going to add a little restack of the spine just to exercise the back muscles, so lifting back up. So you're going to exhale, pull the tummy in, holding in here, okay, as you go back, going to wherever you feel is right for you. And then you're going to breathe in and exhale. Coming up and restack that spine. Good. We'll do two more. Exhale, tilting, tucking under, laying that spine down. Inhale and exhale. Coming up, lifting up through the spine. Last one, deep breath in, exhale, tucking under. Trying to keep that connection. I want you to just think about your core all the way through this session. Yeah, just trying to feel that connection. Inhale and exhale. Coming up and restacking the spine. Well done. So we're going to bend our knees now and we're going to go into our rolling exercise. This is the first of the rolling exercises. So you bring your feet and your knees together. Hands are going to go on the shins, all right? And then from there, I want you to think of that C curve shape. So you're going to draw the tummy in, find that C curve, and then you're just going to float the feet up. And you're just going to find the balance in your own body. So try not to look at me for this one. Try and just look down over your knees. So you're just glancing over your knees, trying to find the balance, trying to find that connection with your core. Feel the belly button pulling in. Now just keep pulling in until you feel yourself falling back, at which point you inhale, exhale to come back up. So you're back in your start position. And the idea is you're trying to come up without putting the feet down. All right, so let's try it again. Draw the tummy in. Keep that shape as you go back. Keep the feet in. Inhale and exhale to come up. And again, you can go a little faster if you want to now. Just rolling up and down the spine. Being mindful of not going onto your neck. Inhale back. And exhale up. Inhale back. And exhale up. We'll do two more. Inhale back. And exhale up. And inhale back. And exhale, coming up. So from here, I'm just going to come back just a little. We're going to lift the legs up a little bit more. And we're going to put the hands underneath. We're all going to try and have this position. Okay, we're still in our C curve. And we're going to do what's called the teaser prep. So this is really strong on the core. Now imagine somebody is holding your feet so they cannot move, holding you by the ankles, and you're going to move your body away from your legs. So you're going to draw the abdominals in and start to come down through the spine. You've got to get over the sacrum, so it's the pelvis, back of the pelvis, just onto your waistband, trying to keep the feet exactly where they are. Then you're going to bring the crown of the head forward, inhaling as you lift up. This time we're going to come out of that C curve and try and draw the shoulders back and down, so we're extending the spine. All right, so we exhale, scooping the abdominals in. And here's where all the core work is coming in, because you really got to control it as you can feel. And then we're going to take the crown of the head forward, lifting up and drawing those shoulders down. And again, exhale, scooting in. And coming down. Inhale, lifting up. Coming all the way up, drawing those shoulders back and down. And last one, exhale. Down, good. Inhale. Lifting up and drawing those shoulders back and down. Well done. Let's take the legs down, right leg down, left leg down. And I want you to have your legs out in front of you. Options are, again, bend the knees if you're tight in your hamstrings. Otherwise, legs can be extended, but we want the knees not locked. So always think of your knees just slightly bent, slightly soft, even if they're out straight, okay? So toes to the ceiling. And we're going to do the spine stretch forward. So you're going to visualize that your back is up against a wall. You're going to have your arms out in front of you and think of just drawing the chin back as well. So we're trying to create a nice straight line through the back. Hopefully I'm demonstrating that for you. And then from here, we're going to imagine we're peeling off this wall. So you're going to take a deep breath in and you're going to exhale, taking the chin to the chest. So I'm really feeling my abdominals pulling in here. And I'm going to keep pulling in as I start to peel the spine forward. So I'm not moving from the hips. I'm actually moving down through the spine. So flexing the spine, reaching in the direction of the feet. And all the while, I'm still pulling in on those abdominals. And you're going to take a deep breath in. You're going to breathe out. Draw the abdominals in first, and then come on up. So I really want you through this session to really feel and find that connection. You don't actually have to do a lot of exercise to really get good function here, and that's what we're doing. So take a breath in, breathe out, pull your abdominals in, feel that hold as you start to flex forward. That's it. You'll also hopefully get a nice stretch down in that lower back. I know I do. I like that bit of the exercise. And you're going to take a deep breath in. And you're going to breathe out. And come all the way back up. And let's just do one more deep breath in. Exhale into the chest. Scooping the abdominals in. Trying to really control the movement. Feel that movement through the body. Reaching down towards the feet. Not forgetting the core. Taking a deep breath in. And exhale. Coming all the way back up. Good. And you're going to take your hands behind you. You're going to have your fingers pointing towards your body. And we're going to bring our legs together and point the toes. Now, if your fingers are really uncomfortable, your shoulders are uncomfortable here, you can turn those fingers out like so. You just want to avoid them turning back. Okay, so to the side, or traditional way is to have them pointing towards your body. And again, let's think of a nice straight line through the spine. It's going to work your shoulders, your core, and your hips and glutes. So you're going to take a breath in, and as you breathe out, push into the heels, push into the hands, and start to lift on up. So you're coming into a reverse plank position. And then you're going to inhale to lower back down. I want you to really try and control it, because that's how you really build that strength. So we're going to exhale to lift. and inhale to lower. Think with those eyes, as you come up, it's like the eyes are painting the wall. They're just going up the wall and they'll end up looking towards the ceiling. Just don't let your head hang back. And coming down. And last one, lifting up. And inhale, coming back down. Well done. Push yourself up for a moment. We're going to put the hands underneath the knees. You're going to take a breath in. You're going to breathe out. Come back down. And I want you to bring your legs up into your tabletop position. Chest is still lifted. And we're going to have the hands on the top. Now, any issues with your neck or soreness or it hurts your neck to have your head up, then you just put your head down for the whole exercise. Okay, but you've got to do the rest of it. So we're going to pull the knees in a little. And what we're going to do is inhale, extending both arms, both legs. So the arms go past the head if it's lifted. Then you're going to circle the arms and pull everything into your chest. So you're going to inhale, extend, and exhale, circle. Inhale, extend, and exhale, circle. Inhale, extend, and exhale, circle, and inhale, extend, and exhale, circle. Now interlace the fingers, take the hands behind the head, so you're now supporting your neck. Send your left leg out, and let's have that right knee bent. I want you to feel that knee pulling in, because pulling that knee in is working the core. All right, so we're going to take a breath in. We're going to exhale, switch the leg. All right, really stretch that leg out. Inhale, exhale, switch. Let's speed it up. Keep lifting that chest up if you can. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Now see if you can lift your chest a little more and rotate the whole chest towards that bent knee. Deep breath in, switch sides. And really reach those legs out as well. So it's full body exercise with the core. That's it. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring those knees in and just bring that head and chest down. Well done. Let's get you to turn onto your side. So I'm going at a nice steady pace. Hopefully this is working for you. All right, we're going to have the legs out. So we've done this one before. I love this exercise. I just think it's such a good exercise for the side of the core. So you've got one foot on top of the other. You've got your hand straight out if you can, head resting on the arm. And then this hand can be here. Those of you who want a challenge, you can put the hand on the side here. If you've got any kind of scoliosis, I would suggest you have your hand down, okay? And then have a little look at the feet. Make sure that the feet are slightly forward and also your hip or your hips are not rolling back or forth. You want them to be right on their side. That way you're going to target the core. So you can take a breath in and you're going to breathe out to lift up. Now we're going to inhale lower but not touch the floor. So lower towards the floor and exhale lifting up. Inhale lower and exhale lifting up. Inhale lower and lift. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. One more. Lower and lift. Well done. Bring the legs down. And then I want you to bring your hand up under your head like so. And we're going to have the foot or this top leg lifted. Okay, so you want the leg in line with the hip. This is going to work your core quite a lot. You're going to bring this hand in front for a little bit of support. And you're going to start with the ribs down, but I will give you another option shortly. And we're going to do the side kick. So you're going to bring the leg forward for 2 counts. 1, 2. You're going to point the toe and you're going to reach it back for 2 counts. 1, 2. And this is where the core comes into play because it's easy to do it with just swinging the leg like this. All right, but I want you to do it without moving the core. So we flex the foot, we go forward, we point, we go back. We go forward and back and forward, and back, and forward, and back. Now we're going to add to it. We're going to go forward, and as we go back, we're going to try and lift our ribs up off the mat. Can you see? I'm in the air. And we're going to go down, and up, and down, and up, and down, and up, and down, and up. Well done. Bring that leg in. You're going to come up onto your elbow. We're going to do the side bend. Okay, so this is going to be where we lift up. So there's lots of options for this. So if you're not strong in the upper body, you could have the knees bent. Okay, if you want a challenge, you can have the legs straight. That's super challenging. All right, if you want to work your shoulder a little bit more, you can do the full exercise. So I'll show you the full exercise. Choreography is the same for us all. Okay, so we've got our arm out like so. You're going to inhale, lifting up. You're going to exhale to take the arm over. And as you do, you're looking down and you're trying to lift that hip up. Then you're going to inhale back to the T and exhale to lower down. So breathing in to lift. Breathing out to go over. Inhale up and exhale lower down. Inhale lift and over and up and lower down. One more time and lift and over and up and lower down. All right, let's go do that on the other side. So starting with the side leg lifts. So this is one straight line through the body. Hand is up, that bottom hand. Okay, you can have a hand here or on the side. So you're going to exhale, lifting up. We're going to inhale low but not touch the floor. And exhale, lift back up. Inhale, lower and lift. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. One more. Lower and lift. Well done. Bring the legs down. Come up onto your hand for the side kick. So again, just check that those hips are stacked. Let's lift up. Let's flex that foot. We're going to go forward and back and forward and back and forward and back and forward and back. And from there, we're going to lift this time. So we go forward with the ribs down, back, we lift them up. So really working that core forward and back and forward and back and forward and back. I've lost count. Let's do one more. Forward and back. Well done. Holding it for a moment. And come on in. Bend those knees. Come up onto your elbow. So your legs are here, or if you want to do the full exercise, you're here. So whatever position you're in, let's draw in. Okay, here we go. You're going to inhale, lifting up. Exhale, you're going over. So you're framing your face with your hand. That's it. And then you're going to lift and lower down. So deep breath in, lift. And over. And up. And lower down. Inhale, lift. And over. And up. And lower down. One more. And lift. And over. And up. And lower down. Well done. You're going to roll onto your front. And we are going to do the double leg kick. So this one's a little bit tricky to pick up. So we're going to have legs together. All right. And you're going to take your hands behind you. Interlace your fingers. And you're going to lay your hands on the back of your pelvis. So more or less where your back of your waistband, yeah? But definitely on the pelvis, not the waist. All right, and then you're going to try and let those arms drop down. You might find this feels a little uncomfortable.
particularly if you're tight in the arms and shoulders. And then you're going to turn your head towards me. All right, so now we're going to really tense the muscles of the legs so the feet almost feel like they're lifting off the floor. Some of you, they might. And we're going to do 3 beats of the legs. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. And as you inhale, I want you to reach those legs out, reach your arms out. Imagine someone pulling on your hands, lifting into a back extension. And you're going to turn your head the other way, bring the hands back down, and then we're going to go again. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Inhale, lifting up into that back extension. Turn your face and come back down. And 1, 2, 3. Inhale. And turn your face and back down. And 1, 2, 3. Inhale. And turn your face and back down. Last 2. And 1, 2, 3. Inhale. And turn your face and back down. And 1, 2, 3. Inhale. I want you to hold it there, pull the tummy muscles in, release the hands, and try and bring your hands all the way around in front of you, and then come on down. Hands underneath the shoulders, push yourself up, and we're going to go straight into an exercise. I think we did it last week, or the week before. Everybody laughed, it was a fun one. We're going to try the seal puppy again. So this is the second of the rolling exercises. So you bring your feet towards you. This time your knees are apart. You've got to create that nice C curve. So I always like to rock back so I kind of know where my balance is before I begin. And then you're going to take the hands through the center and around and onto the top of your feet. So this in itself is quite a feat, isn't it? Just holding that position. All right, and this is harder to do because you've got to hold position while you tap your feet. But you do 3 taps, so we go tap, 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 and you're going to draw the tummy and roll back. 3 taps, 1, 2, 3, and then back up. All right, so it's 1, 2, 3, roll back, and 1, 2, 3, roll up. The faster you go, the easier it is, so that's my little tip for you. As you want to test your strength, you slow the movement down. All right, but for now, go fast, unless you've been doing it for many years, and up. So it's 1, 2, 3, roll back, and 1, 2, 3, roll up. 1, 2, 3, roll back, and 1, 2, 3, roll up. 1, 2, 3, roll back, and 1, 2, 3, roll up. Hope so with me. 1, 2, 3, roll back, and 1, 2, 3, rolling up. Well done. Put the feet down. Let's turn around into a kneeling position. We're going to finish with this exercise today. So you've got your hands right underneath your shoulders. All right, just be careful on those elbows. You can see I've got very hyperextended elbows, so I always have to remember for myself not to over straighten them. Nice long line through the body. And then you're going to take your right leg back and your left leg back. Your right leg in, your left leg in. Right leg back, left leg back, right knee in, left knee in. And right, and left, and right, and left. Last one, and right, and left, and right, and left. I'll start with the left first. Left, right, left, and right. Left, right, left, and right. Left, right, left, and right. Last one. Left, right, left, and right. Now you're going to take the right leg back. You're going to take the left leg back. You're going to try and hold this position, and you're going to slide the right foot in and slide it back. Slide the left foot in and bring it back. So we're going in and back, in and back, in and back, in and back. 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Bring the right knee in, bring the left knee in, and I just want you to sit back on your heels and just send those hands out in front and take your head down. And we're going to finish here today.
So just take a few deep breaths. Congratulations on doing the class and turning up this morning. You've really done some good work today. Good, and then you can slowly unravel that spine in your own time. And we're all done for today. So thank you very much for joining me. All right, going to come and chat to you now and see who's here. And if you've got any questions, now is your time. As always, I always think, oh, my hair always ends up in a mess after doing the rolling exercises, but there we are. So well done, everybody. Before I forget, hopefully you enjoyed that session, you feel energized. I know I did. What I did is I shortened the repetitions of exercises so we could get more exercises in. So you've done a fuller class today. I hope you really enjoyed that. Oh, my husband's here. Hello. Thank you. And the dog. The dog likes to come in, so you're coming in, Boo. You might see a little tail wagging around here, but hello. Why don't you go and sit on there? That's it, while Mommy talks. Okay, so thank you very, very much for joining me today. Do press the like button, because that really does help me. And if you have any friends you think might appreciate the class, why not send them the link to it and share it with them? It'll be live on the channel now, so this is, although we're speaking now live, you can watch the beginning already because YouTube uploads it instantly for me. So if you can do that, that would be really, really great. Before I forget, everyone, next week, because I know a few people have asked, next week I'm going to do a resistance band workout. All right, so if you've got one of these lying around at home, bring it to class next week. It's going to be a really nice workout. I love working with the resistance band. There's lots of fabulous things you can do. If you don't have one, this is a medium resistance band. I buy mine from a company called Fitness Mad. They're also called Pilates Mad. It's the same company. It's a medium band, so you probably want a medium. If you're very strong, you could get a stronger band. And we'll be using it for upper body work, but also lots of stretching as well. So that will be next week. So I just thought I'd let you know today. So it gives you time to get one if you haven't. They're not expensive, £5, £7, something like that. So yeah, so that's for next week. All right, so I'm going to have a quick look at the chat. Let's have a look. Wow. Oh, good. You like the session. I'm just looking down at the most recent chat. So Anne from London says, definitely a challenge today. Not a fan of the roll-ups. Oh, the roll-ups. Actually, you know what, Anne? The roll-ups with the band are great. They're much easier. And it's a really good way to get into the abdominal. So bring your bands next week. And I think you might even become a fan of them then. Right, so I'm going to go to the top. So I've just got my notes from my lovely husband, Kerwin. Mary Ashby, you want some adaptations as you can't kneel and bend your knees due to breaking your left leg in 4 places. Oh my goodness, Mary, poor you. You can do the exercises on your back. Well, I would say, I mean, the simple way, I mean, if you've broken your leg, I would just say don't do any of the kneeling exercises. With my, I had a foot operated, well, both my feet were operated on in November. And what I did was I just left out everything that involves the feet. And that's often the easiest way to do it. When you've got a broken leg, I guess it depends whether you're in a boot as well, boot or plaster cast on where that is. But if you can't bend your knees, then I would say you can do all the exercises on your back, of course. You could do the exercises on your side. You'll feel more weight, of course, on the leg that's got the boot on, but that's fine. It just works your muscles a little bit more. And I would just avoid anything that involves the knee, because there's no point in going there. You need to heal, and that's the most important thing.
And I've also got a question from Moira Roberts, is it? Roberts, I'm sorry, I'm trying to read my husband's writing. You've got an MRI, it shows 4 discs. 4 discs are inflamed, falling out of the spine with inflamed nerves in the left, constant pain in the left leg. Any exercises you can recommend? Yes, Moira, when you've got disc degeneration and inflammation, you don't want to do any flexing exercises. So the best thing I would recommend for you to do on my channel right now is to go, and it's quite an old video, but it's such a good one. It's a lower body stretch. You'll see I'm in like ridiculously bright pink leggings. It's stretches for lower back pain, I think is what it's called. It's only 10 minutes, but it's lying on your back and it's bringing the legs in and doing various stretches. And that's what you need. When you've got that inflammation in the back, you don't really want to be doing anything around there right now. Certainly no flexing and no rotating. You want to be doing gentle stretches. And also I think what is often very good with, I'm just looking at your pain in the left leg. Yeah, it depends if it's nerve pain. I mean, it's very specific. So I would say do talk to a physio, because I'm not a physio. I know how to work with these conditions, but I normally work in conjunction with a physio if it's someone who's got very particular pathology. But I would say a safe bet is to do the stretching video, which is lying on your back, lifting the legs and doing various stretches. Because what will happen is when you've got all that pain, your back will tighten up and your body will tense up and everything will get a little bit tense. So what is safe for you to do is to lie on your back and do lots of deep breathing and gentle stretches and not try and do lots of kind of big exercises right now. Just take it really, really slow. Because if you've got inflammation, it means your body is needing to rest more than anything. So you've got to kind of balance it out a little. So I would say, Maura, why don't you for the next week or two only do gentle stretches lying on your back? I do have, if you want to do it, I do have 2 videos where there is no flexion. So that's the one I did as a live stream I did a few weeks back. I think it was just before Christmas. It's for osteoporosis. And that video does not have any flexion in at all. So that's one you could do, because it's similar. When you've got disc issues, you're not supposed to flex forward. Osteoporosis, equally, for different reasons, you're not supposed to flex forward. So you could have a look at that video. And I also have a 15-minute core video. It's quite an old one, very popular one, because it's 15 minutes. It's just core work. And that also has no flexion in. So go and have a look for that. That's lying on your back and all the work on the back with the legs. Actually, Mary Ashby, that might work for you, that one, the 15-minute core one as well. So yeah, go have a look for that. And if you're not quite sure what it is or where it is, send me a message and I'll send you a link. But it's the 15-minute core. I'm in blue kind of jungle leggings in that one. And Maura, for you, you could do that as well, and also the leg stretch. All right, so I'm going to whisk up to the top, just so I make sure I don't miss anyone, and just sort of say many, many thanks to the lovely people who've donated for class today. It's always appreciated. Thank you very much, because you are actually keeping me going financially as well in this crazy time that we're doing. So huge thanks to Alison Ellis. Good morning, Alison. Lovely to have you here. Alison's donated £20 for today with a lovely emoji that says, thanks for being you. I love that emoji, Alison. That's really nice. Thank you very much indeed. Margaret Quinlan in Greater Manchester. Hello, Margaret. Thank you very much for your donation of £2.99. That is much appreciated. Yvonne Thorpe has donated $4.99 today. Thank you, Yvonne. Lovely to have you here. Madeline Bird has donated $4.99 as well. Thank you, Madeline. Nice to see you out there. Ranjit has donated $4.99. Good morning, Ranjit. Lovely to have you. And Linda Eisenwater has donated $2.99. So thank you very, very much indeed, all of you. It's much appreciated. Bear with me. I'm just going to scroll down the chat. Oh, Yvonne, you're in Dunfermline in Fife. Oh, that's a lovely part of the world. I bet it's cold up there right now, isn't it? But lovely to have you here. Send quick hellos to Joy Whitlock, Margaret Cologne Brooks, morning from Devon. Margaret says, hello, Margaret in Devon. Lovely to have you here live with us today. Madeline says, good morning, Rachel, Kerwin and Boo. Yes, the entire family, we're here with you today. My husband, as you know, he looks after the chat while I'm teaching. And my dog just likes to be involved. She's a little rescue dog, so she just likes to be in the room with everyone. So thank you very much for that, Madeline. So we're going down. Diane McFadden in Northumberland, lovely to have you here. Josie Briggs, hello Josie. Raring to go in my Yorkshire Coast Conservatory, accompanied by Guinness the cat. How wonderful. Now, did Guinness let you do the movements? Because I know what cats are like. They like to walk all over the laptops and stuff, don't they? When I do my Zoom classes, because I teach on Zoom, all my previous clients from West London, and one of them has a cat that just, I don't even know if they know, but she walks across the keyboard all the way through the exercise. All I see is, I don't really see the client, I just see this tail going across the screen, which is quite fun. And there we are. But lovely to have you here. I hope you and Guinness enjoyed the workout today. Good morning, Liz in sunny Suffolk. Lovely to have you here. Hello to Jan Rayner as well. Who else have we got here? Janet Nolan in Dundonald in Northern Ireland. Hello, Janet. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed the class. Mike Werrett. Good morning, Mike. Nice to see you there. You're in Bedford. Sun trying to shine through the clouds. Oh, well, I hope it does come out for you today. It's a bit grey down here. I'm down in the south coast, and it's certainly a little bit grey and windy today. We've got Irene Aldred, who's in Milton Keynes. So hello to you, Irene. We've got a nice good morning from Ayrshire, where the sun is trying very hard to peek through the clouds. Ah, wonderful. Judy Hogarth. Hello, lovely Judy. Nice to see you here today. And you were here on Wednesday as well, weren't you? Which was lovely. Double whammy this week, Judy. Says, hooray, it's Friday. Thank you so much for being there. I really need a good stretch. And mentally, these sessions really help give me a big virtual, really help for me. A big virtual hug from Dorset. Love, Judy. Well, Judy, big virtual hug to you too. Keep your chin up. It's great. You must be fit as a fiddle, Judy, doing all these sessions, which is wonderful. So yes, keep it going. And I hope, Judy, you've got a resistance band for next week, because we're going to do a fabulous session next week. Penny Garrett, good morning, Penny. Lovely to see you. Penny's in Tavistock. Nice to have you here, Penny. Okay, we're going down the chat and trying to get through as much as I can as quickly as possible. Ranjit says, good morning, going to do as much as I can. I've got a slight backache above the left hip, which was replaced 16 years ago. Okay, Ranjit, so remember, when you get backache, and this is for everyone, that's your body telling you it needs a little bit of a rest, and maybe it needs a little bit of a gentle stretch, and stretching is really, really good for tight backs. So that's when you need to think, okay, I'm just going to take it down a notch. I'm going to be kind to myself. I'm just going to lie down. I'm going to do some gentle stretches with Rachel. Just pop on one of my lower body stretch videos and just really relax into it. Because the more you relax, the more the tension will come out of the body. When the tension comes out of the body, it just makes the pain easier to kind of deal with. Also helps it go. So that's what you need to do. All right, Ranjit, but well done for coming despite all of that. Super duper. So going down, we've got Joan Rudder. Hello, Joan. Joan says, sending hugs, miserable day in Sheffield, but bowls are poking through. So spring is on the way. Oh, that's lovely to hear. That's really wonderful. Yes, exactly. Spring is on the way. It is a little bit warmer now, and it is raining, which I guess is a sign of spring, isn't it? Rather than having the frost and the snow. So hopefully within the next 4 weeks, we'll have the daffodils and the crocuses all popping up, and we'll all start to feel a little bit lighter, you know. What I always think, you know, at this time of year is at least the evenings are getting lighter. Like every day we get a couple more minutes of daylight, and that kind of really cheers me up. So I think, you know, can always think about that. Okay, Joe, lovely to have you here. Tiona, hello, Tiona. Lovely to have you. Tiona's in France. Nice to have you here. Good morning, Anne in London. Lovely to have you. Kieran, hello, Kieran. Go Heal. Good morning to you. Good morning, Susan G. Good morning. And she says, I've got a slight back problem, but we'll give it a go. I love your classes. Coffee later. Thank you in advance and enjoy your weekend. Well, thank you very much, Susan. And again, yes, anyone with back issues, please do your stretches as well. We did quite a lot of stretching today, like the spine stretch forward. But if you can't flex forward, then you know to lie on your back and bring your knees into your chest. That's a really nice stretch for the lower back. Okay, so that's something you can do. All right, Moira Roberts, Moira in Aberdeen. Well done, Rachel. Love your Pilates. Well, hello, Moira, and thank you very much indeed. Love to have you here. All right, so let's go down. Judith Tamir says, thank you very much. Wilma, excellent exercise. Thank you. Mary, we've spoken about your adaptations, haven't you, for your left leg? You know what I would do, Mary, as well, is just try the exercises and just see if you can find your own way of adapting. Because if your knee is bent, for example, if I show you this very quickly, Mary, and for anyone else who's got issues, assuming you can flex your spine, if this leg, for example, is broken and I can't move the knee, you can do all these movements, like your chest lifts. You can do them all with the legs straight. You can do the rotations with the legs straight. You can do the roll-ups. You can do the saw. You can do the spine stretch. There's quite a lot you can do. So you might need to kind of flip around some of the videos and just adapt them for what you're able to do. And just really avoid doing any movement with that knee, because that's the important thing. You need to heal. I know this myself, because having had 2 broken feet in November, it's very frustrating. I know when you can't move, but your body needs to heal and it needs that time. So just work around it as much as you can. And if you're really stuck, Mary, send me an email and I can be more specific. But just bear in mind, everybody, that I love you all and I do really want to help you all. But I'm getting about 4,000 messages a month on YouTube. And then I also have my Twitter account. I get about 3,000 people on that who write to me, my Facebook page, my Instagram page, and then I'm also teaching daily classes. So it's not ever that I'm ignoring your messages, it's just I'm always trying to catch up, all right? But I will help, as you know. I always try and help when I can. Okay, let's have a look down. Lily Mars, oh, hello Lily from Spain, lovely to have you here. Skipping today, your knee is still a little tender, but I wanted to say hello. Well, thank you for saying hello, Lily, and I hope that knee gets better soon. Do look after yourself, and very sensible to skip, that's a good idea. All right, Corina Perry, buenos dias, Rachel. I am avoiding the flexions to not inflame my lumbar hernia, doing leg and hip stretches instead. Well done, Corina. Thank you very much for using your, what do I want to say? Using your knowledge. Yeah, your knowledge to adapt it to work for you. That's absolutely brilliant. And I know you've sent me an email. I will try and come back to you as soon as I can. So thank you, Corina. Peter Tomlin says, thank you, Rachel. You're welcome, Peter. Thanks for coming today. Okay, so getting down to what people thought of the session, which is really good to know. So Margaret Quinnan got the thumbs up from Margaret, great session. Anne from London says, definitely a challenge today. Not a fan of the roll-ups, which I did read out earlier, didn't I? It was quite fun. Going into donations, Yvonne Woodhouse has donated $2.99 for today's session. Yvonne, thank you. It's much appreciated. Really, thank you very much. Sandy McClure has donated £5 with her lovely emoji of a little person doing dumbbells and saying, keep it up. So thank you very much. I don't know if you guys realise it, but you keep me going too. You know, having this live session every Friday. And this week I did a senior session on Wednesday live as well for everyone in the UK, but also on the other side of the world, because this channel's watched by a lot of American and Australian and Canadians as well. And so I did do an evening session or a sort of late afternoon session. And it really boosts me up to know you're there as well, because I, like you, am also locked in. So into my house, can't really go out once a day, twice a day to walk our dog. But other than that, you know, I'm in a similar situation. So I do really appreciate you coming too. All right, moving on. Yvonne Woodhouse said, love today's class. Think this seal drowned. Thank you. Love the Friday session. Oh, it's so funny, isn't it? The seal. I just have these visions of everyone rolling around in their bedrooms or their lounges trying to do the seal puppy. It always makes me smile. Diane McFadden says, don't forget to do the big garden bird watch count this weekend, everyone. They've been so important to us recently, and I watch them during the class. Oh, that's really interesting. So the garden bird watch count. I will Google that and have a look. But yes, indeed, there is. It's funny. I was talking to a client yesterday about birds in the garden. Isn't it amazing the things that we notice and the things that we are, speaking for myself, now appreciating a lot more because we don't have all that outside stimulus of going to theatres and restaurants and hanging out with friends or whatever it is your thing, you know. Nature's really come to the fore, hasn't it? And I think, you know, maybe that's good for us, that because we do really need to appreciate our planet and what it does and take care of it. So thank you very much, Diane, for flagging that up for us. Sandy McClure says, thanks for today. We both enjoyed it, particularly the seal pups. Oh, fabulous. I think we have to make the seal pups a regular thing now, don't we? Irene Aldred says, thank you. I'll repeat it tomorrow as I got a little muddled towards the end. It was fun though. Oh, well, I'm really glad you enjoyed it. And yes, don't forget everyone, do go ahead and do it again, because, you know, these, even though they're live or they're only live once, the exercises are all really good exercises for the body, and you can repeat and repeat and repeat and repeat. That's how I got my level of fitness that I have, is by just doing things over and over again and then refining it each time you're doing it, finding something new each time you do it, because once you conquer the movement, then you can get deeper into the feeling in the body, the engagement in the core, the placement of the body, all that stuff, you know. So there's always another layer or level you can go to. Anne from London has donated £5. Thank you very much, Anne. Sue Sambles has donated £5 and said, keep it up. Thank you very much, Sue. Anne, I'm loving the drop the mic. That's great. Josie Briggs has donated £2. Thank you very much, Josie. Lovely to see you there. So nice recognising all these names. Pat Dunn, I recognise that name. Pat is one of my lovely clients in London. Hello, Pat. Nice to have you here. Glad you enjoyed it. Debbie Lee says, really enjoyed that. Thank you. See you next week with the band. Yay. That's wonderful, Debbie. I will see you next week. I shall look forward to that. Jewel, I'm reading your handle because I'm not sure your name, but I've got Jewel9121. Love to see your subscriber numbers increasing. Oh, thank you, Jewel. Yes, I'm getting close to 80,000 which is wonderful. And my kind of goal was to get 100,000 subscribers by Easter. So that's my goal. So if you know anyone who might subscribe, do let them know about me. That would be great. And thank you very much. It is really nice to see them rising up as well, because it kind of buoys me up, like, okay, I'm on the right track. I'm doing the right thing. So yeah, thank you very much indeed. Delia Salsa Chanduvi, what a fabulous name. Hello, beautiful Rachel from Australia. Well, hello, Delia, over in Australia. Must be Friday evening for you, yeah? Lovely to have you here. Thank you for joining me. Do come again, because I'm here at this time every Friday doing our lockdown Pilates session. So do come and see me again. Thanks for dropping by. Kath Newton, thanks Rachel, really enjoyed class, looking forward to resistance band next week. Fantastic. Yes, it's going to be a challenging session next week, so make sure you have a good breakfast a couple of hours before and come prepared. That's all I'm going to say. Marie McDonough, lovely class, thank you. You're very welcome, Marie. Madeline Burr says, really enjoyed the class, Rachel. Oops, I've lost you. Where's it gone? Oh, I wish it wouldn't do that. It keeps jumping. Really enjoyed the class, Rachel, and even managed the seal puppies today and only overbalanced a couple of times. Well, that's brilliant, Madeline. You see, your body has already learnt that in a week, which is fantastic. So really good to hear. Sarah Goodwin Forsyth, great workout. Thank you. You're welcome, Sarah. Do come again. Tony Bryans, the lovely Tony's in Yorkshire, has donated £5. Thank you, Tony. Lovely to see you there. Thanks, Rachel. Any of your vids good for rectus abdominis muscle trigger points for lower right abdomen, groin, and left mid-back discomfort? Wow, that's a very specific. Right, so let me have a think for that for a moment, Tony. Rectus abdominis trigger points, lower right abdomen, groin, and left mid-back discomfort. Okay, so you've got opposing sides of the body. So if I mirror you, you've got opposing sides of the body, you're feeling pain. So there's obviously got something going on, because the pain is there in the front and there in the back. So it's going from front to back or back to front, isn't it? I would say, yes, Tony, two things I can think of, but it might be better to send me an email because it is quite specific and I don't want to tell you wrong. Video is good for the trigger points for lower right. I mean, in terms of trigger point, do you mean to activate? Because if you mean to activate rectus abdominis, you can do that by lying down. Rectus abdominis obviously is the C-pack, what am I saying? Six-pack. So, yeah, I'm going to say, because I don't want to tell you wrong, send me an email, Tony, and I will give you a very specific on that, because that is quite specific, and I want to know what it is in your six-pack that you want to activate or how you want to activate it. But it definitely sounds like you need to do deep stretching in your lower back on the left. So lower back on the left, stretch. Easiest one to do is to lie down with your left leg bent, bring your right hand over the top, and then gently go over. And you can do that by holding onto the floor, but it's a guided stretch, which is probably better. It's going to stretch you right around here, okay, so if that's what you want. You can also bring the knee higher, it stretches lower, or take it a little lower and you'll feel it a little higher. So you can kind of play around with that. That's probably the best one to do because it's really, really gentle and you can control how much you stretch. Of course, the other thing to do is to bring the knee all the way into the chest. That's a very nice gentle stretch. Lying down again, it's a safe place for you to go. All right. And in terms of the six-pack, email me that one because I'd like to know a little bit more before I give you a suggestion. Okay, Caroline Ford, sorry. Thanks, Rachel. Even a challenge with the basics sometimes, especially so I don't have strength in the hands. Just got my band, so great news about next week. Brilliant. Oh, that's really good, Caroline. Yes, so the band will really, really help you. Next week. You'll see how useful it can be. Delia says, thank you, Rachel. Nice class. Sally Ann, great class this morning. I did my best roll-ups for months. Seal pup is work in progress. Oh, well, that's really good to hear, though, isn't it? You see? Work in progress. And your roll-ups are getting better. So well done. Very, very good, Sally Ann. That's great to see you there. Caroline Ford has donated $4.99, says, how's it going? It's going really well, Caroline. Lovely to have you here, and thank you for the donation. Moira Roberts has donated $9.99 and says, thank you. Well, thank you, Moira, for joining me. Much appreciated. Marie Grant says, thank you, my first time to join you live. How do I donate? So there's two ways to donate, Marie. If you look in the description box below, you'll see I've got below my spiel about the class today, it says if you want to support me, you can buy me a virtual cup of coffee, and there's a hyperlink you can click on. It takes you through to my Ko-fi page, and that's where you can donate a cup of coffee. So it's basically the value of about a £3 donation. So you can donate 1 cup of coffee, or some people donate 3, 4, whatever you feel you want to do. But you can also donate on this page, and you can do it. I think I'm right in saying if you're signed into Google, you can do it. And if you look down the bottom of the chat, you'll see the smiley face and the $sign. And both of those you can use for donations. So you just click on one and then it gives you your choices and what you want to do. So you can have a look at that. And if you miss that today, you can go and do a coffee later, because that's there all the time, that link. All right. Thank you for coming, Marie. Linda Moon, thanks so much. When we take our knees from tabletop over to the right, then back, and then over to the left, should we aim to keep both hips on the floor? Wow, that's a really good question, Linda. So the simple answer is no. You want your hips to move, but you want your upper body to be still. So let me show you so you understand for next time. All right, so I'm going to do it really slowly. So I've got my legs in tabletop. I've got my hip bones down, and as I'm going to my right, the left side of my pelvis is lifting off. Can you see? So it's coming off, but I'm trying to keep as much of my body, I'm not doing a very good job right now, but I'm trying to keep as much of my upper body down as possible, because the idea is that we want to feel it here. It works all around the waistline. So basically, as you go right, it's your left hip lifting and back, and as you go left, it's your right hip lifting, all right? But there is still contact through that part of the body, if that makes sense. So the movement is very much here on the waistline, and that works all the muscles of the core on the side, of which we have 2 sets of muscles on each side there. Very good. I hope that helped. Valerie Vincent, former ballet dancer. Oh, Valerie, welcome. Lovely to have you here. I really do enjoy your Friday classes. They prepare me so well for a tough day. Oh, Valerie, it's lovely to hear from a dancer. I love hearing from dancers, because dance was the love of my life. Pilates I love as well, but dance was how I started. And really appreciate you coming. I'm really glad you enjoyed it. Thank you, Valerie. And do come again. Okay, Carol Neath. Hello, Carol. Lovely to see your name come up. Carol's donated £5. Thank you, Carol. And says, thank you once again. Love my Friday sessions. Keeps me going fit and sane. Well, bless you, and thank you very much indeed. All right, lovely people. I'm really sorry, but I'm going to have to go now because time is up. If I didn't read out your name, I'm really sorry, but I will try and get back to you again at another time. I'm just whisking to the bottom of the chat, and I'm just going to say a lovely hello to Alaya. Alaya says, hi, Rachel, we have 23 members joining in when they can, and had 12 of us this morning. We're also on day 25 of your 28-day challenge. Thanks so much for everything you're doing. Well, Alaya, it's lovely to hear from you. Alaya is Women's Institute, and you gave me a really wonderful donation, which really, really has helped with my studio renovation. And we're nearing the end of that now, so I do hope to give you some really good news about that maybe next week. But in the meantime, everyone, thank you so much for coming. Do take care of yourselves. Remember, next week we're going to do the resistance band Pilates. Do try and do your exercises in between. And yeah, keep up the Pilates. And I will see you very, very soon. So take care and bye-bye for now. Bye-bye.